Bum, 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 bum. Hmm. Sheila Forrest, Queen Janine, Queen Lady G. Well, a pleasant good evening and welcome to Bedtime Stories, the show designed with the lovers in mind, where we put you to bed but never to sleep with the greatest love songs of all time. It feels so good to say that. You know, when I'm doing the other show, it's like I'm hollering at the top of my lungs, like I'm a banshee. But this is kind of cool. I get to talk in my regular voice. Good evening and welcome to Bedtime Stories. Thank you so much for joining us. To Queen Janine, also to Lady G and Sheila Forrest. Thank you for joining us, ladies, and for everybody else who's joining us on Facebook. I really appreciate you guys. Coming up at I guess the last hour of the show, we do a little thing we call foreplay, which is four songs by one of your favorite artists or groups, male or female. Tonight is special. I've already picked out who we're going to do tonight, so no need to scratch your head as to, well, who are we going to do in the last hour? We're going to dedicate the hour to Minnie Riperton. Her birthday would have been on the 8th. She would have been, I believe, 74 years old, gone way too soon. Very talented. And like I said on my other show, there was nobody before Minnie. Nobody ever sounded like that before. So when she came in and did that, those whisper notes that only dogs can hear, that kind of thing, it was like, that is something special. The song that she did, the one single song, Loving You, was like her signature song. Everybody tried to redo that song. I mean, Shanice tried to redo it, just everybody. But nobody, absolutely nobody, sounds like Minnie Riperton. And nobody since then. We always say, hey, this girl sounds like Aretha Franklin, or this girl sounds like Gladys Knight, or this girl sounds like Dionne Warwick. Well, before then, nobody, absolutely nobody, sounded like Minnie Riperton. And we're going to feature her music tonight in the last hour of Bedtime Stories. Right now, on my other show, I do a little thing we call Same Song, Different Artist. Well, we're going to do that tonight. Here's Smokey and the Miracles and their version of Betcha by Golly Wow. It's your peanut butter brother, Dr. Al Greer, and this is Bedtime Stories, the greatest love songs of all time. Heidi ho, neighboroonies. How's everybody doing? Good to see everybody. Well, of course, I can't see you, but you can see me. And I thank you for joining us. Our prayers go out tonight to the grandson of Lady G. She just found out that he had COVID. He goes to Wendell Phillips School. He's never been sick a day in his life. Unfortunately, I guess due to some people not being vaccinated, sent their child to school or children to school, and he got it. So, our prayers go out to him. He did come home tonight. He will have to quarantine for 10 days. But I'm here to tell you, God is in control. I'm here to tell you, God is in control, because it's been an incredible almost 24 hours since I've talked to you all. And I mean, look at me. I'm different already than I was this morning when I was on the B-sides. I've gotten several calls for apartments. So I'm going to leave it at that. And in the words of Pop Staples, I'm going to let the gentleman do his thing. And that's, as Lucifer calls him, Dad. Let Dad do his thing. For those of you who don't watch Lucifer, you know what I'm talking about. I'm just saying. So I'm going to let him do everything. So everything's going to work out. I'm leaving it in his hands, and I ain't going to say a word tonight about this. That's it. But I will say this. Still send your donations if you can. If you can't, understand. But otherwise, I thank you all already. Chris Bass, my sister from another mister, Felicia Lucas Miles, Preston Shanks, thank you so much. I appreciate all of you all, and thank you. Like I said, when I get in my new digs, we're gonna have a housewarming. I don't know how many people I'll be able to fit into a 1-bedroom or a studio apartment, depending on the price. But I just want to let everybody know in advance. Thank you for your prayers. Thank you for your donations. Just thank you for being there for me. And I really, absolutely appreciate it. Once again, I'm taking the focus off myself. Chris Bass, your peanut butter and jelly, Dr. Al Greer, and Bedtime Hoagies, where we eat, don't get the itis, and don't go to sleep. Thank you, Chris. I appreciate that. But once again, our prayers go out to Lady G's grandson. He's going to be all right. It's us that get sick, and we are the ones that suffer. But I'm here to tell you, he's not going to suffer. After 10 days, you're not even going to know that he had it. So once again, our prayers go out to Lady G's grandson. He's going to be as good as new and out running again. Ron Simmons, I'll see you next week. That's right. I will see you next week, Ron Simmons, and I'm looking forward to it. But everything's going to be all right. So that's it. Yep. Not hoagie tonight, but Subway. Eat fresh. Yep. Tonight's show is sponsored by Subway, not the hoagie place, as always. But once again, Lady G, we wrap our arms around you. We wrap our arms around your grandson and the rest of your grandchildren, and especially my niece. We wrap our arms around you right now, and we send all the praises to you, all the prayers to you, that is. The praises come from him, the prayers come from us. So everything is going to be all right. Holly Jennings, good evening. Thank you so much for joining us. So, yeah, once again, it's going to be all right. Who's this one other person? Ron Simmons, Chris Bates, Felicia Lucas Miles, my sister, who tells it like it is all the time. That's why I love her. Thank you so much. Kiss my brother, the professor, for me. It was good to see him on Saturday at the induction of Dinah Lynn Biggs as the president of the Chicago Radio Hall of Fame. That was a glorious occasion. I'm so happy to have been a part of it. It was just, it couldn't have been more perfect. Everything worked out. We had enough chairs for everybody. You know, we had enough food for everybody, and nobody complained. Nobody complained. It was, once again, it was a glorious occasion, and we had a ball. And I'm looking forward to the next one in June, which will be at the Hyatt Regency downtown. I'm like, whoa, that's big time. That's big time. So if you all are interested or know someone is interested in getting into the Radio Hall of Fame, the information will be on my page tomorrow. So make sure you look it up. If you're interested in becoming a member, you know, you don't necessarily have to be in radio. You can know somebody who's in radio or whatever. It's $100. That's it. That's a one-time fee of $100. And so far, we've gotten like 10 people to sign up already. So it was a glorious occasion. Yes, glorious. That's the only word I can think of. It was glorious. Because, you know, when I got there, of course, the seats were empty. Nobody was there. By showtime, every seat in the house was filled. There were even people there that were there for one purpose, to see it fail. And I'm not going to name any names, but there were people there to see it fail. And it didn't. The Stylistics, Bet You By Golly Wow, and of course, Smokey and the Miracles and Bet You By Golly Wow. Same song, different artist right here on Bedtime Stories, the show designed with the lovers in mind, where we put you to bed but never to sleep with the greatest love songs of all time. We got a special guest that's going to be calling us real soon, hopefully before the end of the night. And, you know, we've got some information and stuff to tell you guys. And once again, as I said off the air, thank you so much for your prayers. Thank you for just being there for me. And I appreciate each and every one of you all, your donations, the whole thing. Don't think it didn't, you know, go past without me saying thank you. Don't think that, you know, because like I say all the time, I don't think all of that of myself, but I will say this. I thank you all from the bottom of my heart. Thank you for your donations. For those of you who are not on Facebook, who are listening on bigsradio.com and thebestmusicofyourlife.com, I have not only a GoFundMe page, but I also have my own personal page, which I'll give that out. I won't give the GoFundMe page out, but I will say if you have Cash App, It's $ Al P. Greer. That's $ Al P as in Paul, Greer. That is only until I get back on my feet, which will probably be, hopefully, prayerfully, the first of the year. But until then, I thank you all for your donations, for your prayers, and your uplifting words. That's right. They haven't fallen upon deaf ears. Trust me. Here's Patrice Rushen on Bedtime Stories. I found love. And hey, Jerry. I'm sorry, Mrs. Redmond. Hello, Mrs. Redmond. How are you? I love it. If you like it, I love it. Thank you so much, Mrs. Redmond. I am so happy for you guys. I don't mind telling you, Jerry, I was choking back a cry the whole time. I know it's been, going on 2 weeks now, but still, I know you like Lionel Richie dancing on the ceiling. I am so happy you all finally tied the knot. I really am. But I was choking back a cry, and at one point I couldn't take it anymore. It's like you never took your eyes off of him. And that was just beautiful. And it was reminiscent of when Kimberly and I got married. She would not stop looking at me. And I'm like, is this, I felt like I was in a movie. Like, is this really happening? Is this really? And it was like, yes, it's really happening. So you married your best. I thought I did too, but you did. I thought I married my best friend, but she's somebody else's best friend now, and that's okay. But yeah, I thought Kimberly Ann was my best friend, but obviously she isn't, and that's okay. You want to marry the person that you get along with the best, without any flaws, without like we say in church, without a spot or a wrinkle. But you guys have it. You have it, and I am so proud to have been a part of that. You just don't know. I just wish that certain people had not have been there, but I was good with that. I thank you all still for, because I didn't think I was going to be in the wedding. I really didn't. Yeah, without judgment, yes. I really didn't think I was going to be in the wedding at first. I thought I was just going to be, out in the audience with everybody else, but to be there and to be a witness to it, it made it that much better. And once again, I felt like I was actually part of the family. I know I'm part of the family, but I felt like I should have been there. I turned down a gig to be there. So I really, really wanted to be there. I turned down $250 to be with y'all. But anyway, it was worth it, and I would do it again. So I was absolutely, positively pleased. I was so happy to have been a part of that. You just don't know. It was almost like, it was like being in a movie. It was like being in one of those, the Best Man movies, the Four Brothers movie. It was like that. It was like that. It was almost like a movie. and I was a part of it. I was like, wow, this is a wedding. He wanted to tell you in the wedding, our wedding party is in support, and you're a part of that. Thank you. He wanted you in the wedding. Thank you. Wow. Once again, I didn't think I was going to be a part of it, but I was so elated that I was actually in it. I had no idea he wanted me in the wedding. I know he wanted me at the wedding, but not in the wedding. Tommy.
Dennis tried to call you twice. You couldn't get through.
I don't know why. You keep getting through.
Okay, so I'm going to call you now, okay?
Okay. Your ass keeps getting through. Anyway, Nanette. Trying to send me a gift, please do. Thank you, Nanette. I appreciate you. I really do. I really, really do. I do. Do. He ain't try to call me. What number did he call me on? Got to make sure with these cash apps. I know that's right, girl. I know that's right. It's the wrong Al Greer that pops up. It's the wrong Al Greer that pops up. That's what I just said. And of course, it's not going to let me type the right Al Greer. Oh, that's okay. Here we go. There could only be one Al Greer. And you're listening to him right now. Little Anthony and the Imperials, and help me find a way to say I love you. Can I do it with flowers? Can I do it with candy? Oh, I don't know. You might be a diabetic. I don't know. The candy might kill you. The roses won't, though. Anyway, your peanut butter brother, Dr. Al Greer, thank you so much for joining us here on Bedtime Stories. To all of our listeners on bigsradio.com, as well as thebestmusicofyourlife.com. We appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for joining us. I get feedback all the time from both radio station owners, from both Donna Lynn Biggs, of course, of bigsradio.com, and Ray Neal Media, which is my nephew. And I thank you guys so much for giving me the feedback. Ray is always telling me that the ladies just want to sop me up with a biscuit. I'm like, oh, okay. Well, that's a good thing. Hold on. Let me see if this is my guest.
Okay,
yes, Tommy. We're doing a live show here, Tommy. Would you tell them to call in, please, on this number that you dialed 50 times a day? Is there something wrong with his phone, or is he dialing the wrong area code? Oh, okay. Or can you just do a three-way and just put your phone down? I guess he can't. Okay. Well, the gentleman that's calling in, his name is Frank Mohammed, and we'll talk to. I'm sorry, Dennis Mohammed. I don't even know a Frank Mohammed, but anyway, he's going to call in, and there's a concert that's coming up, and he's going to tell you all about it. And I'm not going to give it away yet, so I'm going to just play this song by Atlantic Star. It's Bedtime Stories with your peanut butter brother, Dr. Al Greer. Tommy.
Okay, hold on. You got that?
You there, Dennis?
Yes, I'm here.
All right. Hallelujah.
Hey, thank you. How you doing, Brother Al?
I'm good. Hold on. I just started my song, so I'm gonna bring you in about 2 minutes. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Thank you
You're welcome.
for your patience. Do. All right. Once again, hello to Nanette Frank Britton. Thank you for joining us. Queen Janine Lee Jefferson. And of course, the one and only Lady G. Well, actually, there's another Lady G who calls WVON all the time, along with the Robot Linda. That's what she goes by. And Robot Linda mentioned her name so many times, I was like, okay, Robot Linda. She said, and this is Robot Linda, and so and such and such. And this is Robot. I'm like, you tell me that one more time. I'm going to knock you out, Robot Linda, when I see you. Anyway, for those of you who are waiting for the Dusty Record Convention, there will be no Dusty Record Convention this year. There will be one next year, as a matter of fact, in May. So for those of you who are hoping that there will be another Dusty Record Convention, hold tight. We need another year to get over this COVID. So hold tight. As my daddy always said, be cool. That means I love you. Be cool and be steadfast and wait until May of next year. Then there will be a Dusty Record Convention. It will be at Hales Franciscan High School. All right? All right. So till then, just chill to the next episode. All right? All right. Once again, thank you to everybody who has donated to the cause, because I don't have no money. but it's not like I won't have any money, and that's just it. You know, you have to claim it sometimes. So I'm claiming money. I've seen preachers do it. Is that money come to me, and it happened. I've seen baskets overflowing in churches. So you know, Pastor Al is asking right now, as I pass the plate, to send me a little change at $LP Greer. That's my Cash App address. So if you have it, cool. If you don't, don't worry about it. Just touch the basket anyway. Okay. All right, Dennis, we're about to bring you up now, sir.
Yes, sir. I'm here.
Okay. That is Atlantic Star, and if your heart isn't in it, right here on Bedtime Stories. And on the line we have Mr. Dennis Muhammad. Can you hear me, Dennis? And I can hear you too. Dennis Muhammad and I went to school together. You went to Horace Mann or South Shore or both? You went to South Shore. When did you graduate? Okay. and I came out a year after you. So we in the same boat, brother. We're in the same boat. Okay. Well, thank you for calling me this evening. And Dennis, of course, is the head of Do for Self, which is an organization that he started a few years ago. First of all, tell us about Do for Self. What does that entail? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And because there's a shortage of black workforce among black men. So we
Absolutely.
are creating an environment to create a black workforce in the building and construction trades.
Okay. And coming up, of course, a couple of weeks from now, 26th and 27th, correct?
Yes, sir.
The Spinners will be in town. Tell us about that. At first, it was going to be at your location, which is right, well, a few doors down from where WVON used to be. But due to popular demand, we had to move it to the South Loop Club, correct?
In a South Loop Hotel on, I believe that's 26th and State.
Mm-hmm. 11 West 26th Street. Yes, sir.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, singing with them is Frank Washington, who was with the group a long time ago, correct?
He's the, from my understanding, the original lead singer.
Okay, that is fantastic. We're looking forward to that. Now, how would they get tickets for that particular concert, or those concerts, I should say?
Well, a couple of ways. They can call 773-356-7660. They also can go to our uh, 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 event Bright at www.dfsjvgeverbright.com.
Mm-hmm.
Eventbrite.com.
Eventbrite, yes. Okay.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
All right, that is fantastic. The South Loop Club in November. Make sure you guys make plans. I know Lady G is a big fan of the Spinners, so I know she's going to lose her mind. She's already losing her mind right now on Facebook, Dennis. So
Oh, wow.
she's been a big fan of them since since '72, and probably before that when they were still with Motown Records. So were you a fan of the Spinners growing up?
Yeah, yes, it was. We used to skate straight off of the Spinners.
Yes, we did. Well, how about that?
We,
Where did you skate at?
we skated everywhere.
Yeah.
Savoia, you name it. We skated in the outside. So we
Mhm.
skated wherever we could.
That is fantastic. All right. Well, Dennis, give us that information one more time before we let you go. It's November 27th and 28th.
No, it's November 26th.
26th and
Friday,
27th.
November 26th.
Right.
Door open at 7 o'clock. And Saturday, November the 27th, also.
All right.
We can be reached at 773-356-7661 for ticket information. And or you can go directly to www.dfsjvgeventbrite.com.
I just have one question. Will my tickets be in will call and VIP?
Yes, sir.
Uh-oh. That's what I'm talking about. Thank you so much.
You know that.
Well, you know, it doesn't hurt to ask every now and then, you know.
Well,
just because.
If you listen at that golden voice, I don't think you pay for much of anything in this city.
Bless your heart, Dennis. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. And I will see you there. And I have to redo your commercial. I have to put in just added. So thanks again, Dennis, for calling in. Also, thank you to Tommy. I appreciate you guys for letting me
I
be a
do
part.
want to say this. We raising the money to be able to continue to create opportunities without relying on federal grants to support our initiatives.
Mm-hmm.
Not that we're against federal grants or any other kind of grants, but we don't want our efforts to rely on them. So we depending on the public to pull us up and to pull themselves up by doing for self.
That's right.
And we look forward to doing this by bringing you all some old school music so that we can bring things back to the days when the community was at peace.
That's right. When music was music and we all got along. And the most stuff that would happen to people, they'd just get cut by a razor. And we'd be friends tomorrow. All right, Dennis. Thanks again, man. I will talk with you soon, okay?
Thank you.
You're welcome. Dennis Muhammad, thank you so much for calling in. And, of course, get your tickets right now. The commercial, of course, will be running on WOSD Radio, as well as BiggsRadio.com and Ray Neal Media. Speaking of the spinners, here they are right now. For Lady G, this is How Can I Let You Get Away? Or How Could I Let You Get Away? Let me get that right. It's your peanut butter brother, Dr. Al Greer, and this is Bedtime Stories. You're tin soldiers, you're clowns too. All righty then. You really gonna cry when we go, because I got a gig on the 28th, so I won't be able to. Well, let me see. Let me make sure. Wait a minute. Hold on here. Wait a minute. I'm sorry. I got a gig on the 26th. So on the 27th, Lady G, would you like to be my date to the Spinners concert? I can go on the 27th, but I can't go on the 26th because I'll be out in Gary on the 26th. So I would like you to be my date, Lady G. Since you like the Spinners so much, I would like you to accompany me. I just hope I don't get hired for a gig that day. Dr. Ron, what's going on, man? Calling Dr. Ron. Dr. Ron, you're wanted in surgery. She's all prepped and ready to go. You're about to be in for a treat. It's like a Spinners review, but they sound, like the Spinners. Because actually, yes, I'm serious. Why wouldn't I be? Yes, sir, I am working it. Like a $2 anyway. Dr. Ron, you're wanted in surgery. Your patient is all prepped and she's ready to go. Here comes the boogie doctor. He's your boogie doctor, baby. Everybody stand in line because it's Dr. Ron time. Yep. Yes, I did talk to Casper, and there's a place out in Cal Park, but unfortunately, it won't be available for 2 weeks for me to see. So, I'm getting all my ducks in a row. I'm just gonna wait, and it's gonna happen, Doc. So I'm just gonna, like I said earlier, um, just get out the way and let the gentleman do his thing, and that's it. So Cal Park, and then I got a number that Lady G gave me. So I got options. Before I had no options, but right now, thanks to you, thanks to Casper, thanks to Lady G, thanks to Donald Blair, it's gonna be all right. It's gonna be all right. You know, Studios and one bedrooms are gonna fall in my lap, and I'm gonna look at all of them, and I'm gonna have my choice, and I'm gonna pick the one with the best location and what can fit my budget, and I'm gonna go from there. But thank you, Dr. Ron. Thank you, Lady G. Thank you, Casper. Thank you, Donald Blair. Everybody. Thank you, Nanette Frank. Thank you, Sheila Forrest. Thank you, Queen Janine Lee Jefferson. Thank you all. And it's gonna be kind of right. Wow! That's what I'm talking about. But thank you all. I appreciate it. To God be the glory. You got that right. Also got a call from a Maurice White. Of course, you know who Maurice White is, and no, not Earth, Wind, and Fire's Maurice White, because he gone. So he called me today, Ron, and he said, "Brother, I haven't forgotten about you." I said, "I know you haven't. I know you haven't. I'm your brother." And it's so great. It is so good to have brothers like that that are in the business, that are cool like that. He is, I called him one night and he said, "Man, I just rented out an apartment." I was like, "Oh man." He said, "But I'll call you back. I'll let you know." He said, and I said, "Okay." Uh, I said, "Okay, brother." And I left it at that. I left it at that. And then he called me today just to say, "Brother, I haven't forgotten about you." That was just as cool as him saying, "Hey, come stay with me." Take over my basement. But it's a wonderful thing to have people like that in your corner. And I truly, truly appreciate him. And I thank you. Once again, I thank you, everybody, because you all, you all stopped me from jumping out the first floor window. And I'm living in the basement, so it'd be hard to jump out of the window and you in the basement. You just hit the wall, bam. But thank you so much. The Spinners and we belong together. Once again, thank you to Dennis Muhammad for calling in. To Tommy, what is this? What is Tommy's last name? Tommy Hoosier Hayes. That's his whole name, his old government name. Thank you so much, gentlemen, for letting me be a part of that. But man, that's going to be a great concert. I mean, considering, the Spinners have been around for so long, and of course, most of them are gone with the exception of Henry Fambro, who was like the last man standing. You could say that. And it seems like in every group, they got one person that is the last man standing. In the Temptations, it's Otis. In the Shawlights, of course, it's Uncle Marshall. But that should be a great show. the 26th and the 27th of November. And it's going to be at the South Loop Hotel. So details are coming soon. Make sure you're listening, all right? It's your peanut butter brother, Dr. Al Greer. Hello to Dr. Ron, calling Dr. Ron. She's already in prepped. Just put your gloves on and your mask and come on and operate. It's your Dr. Al Greer with Dr. Ron and the SOS Band. Tell me if you still care, right here on Bedtime Stories. Tell me, oh Lord, help me. Woo. I cannot tell you all. Well, I can tell you. Janine said, I am jealous. I got you next. You got next, Janine. You got next. But, you know, that's just Lady G's favorite group of all time. That's all she ever talked about. She had all of the Spinners records. Unfortunately, when she had to move, she left all of her records where she used to live. They were in a crate, and she had to leave all of them. By this time, they're probably decayed. They're probably, you know, but she gonna get them. She gonna get them back. She's going to get them back. But I just got to tell you all that, and I say this all the time, I appreciate you all for putting up with me. Because this morning when I was on, I was just, I was crying, and I could control it. But today it weighed heavily on me. I had just left River Oaks. I'm about to say Ford City. Good Lord. I just left River Oaks. And, you know, I was feeling mighty low. And, you know, I tell everybody all the time, I don't have any heat in my car. I think it's a fuse, but hopefully this weekend it'll be, you know, taken care of. So I'm playing the radio, and on the radio comes the commercial for the Spinner Show. I'm like, it was almost instant. My tears just dried up. I said, that's me. That's me. That's me on the radio. It was on 106.3. And I said, that's me. That's me. You know, that's why I can say there is a God, and he got a good sense of humor. I think if and when I go, instead of saying, you know, job well done, I think he's going to ask me, did you have fun? I'll say, yeah, I won't do it again. He said, well, this time you're going to be a dog. You believe in reincarnation? Well, you're going to be a dog next time or something. But anyway, Lady G going to be sharp that night. I bet you she's going to be sharp. She is going to be sharp. We'll have to coordinate and see what we're going to wear together. So, you know, we can wear the same colors that night or something. So you wear your hat and I wear mine. But it's my pleasure to take you because that's your favorite group. That's who you like. You like their music. Unfortunately, they won't be there, but the Spinners will be there, and they'll all be there in spirit, you know, watching over. And, you know, it couldn't be more perfect. So It's gonna be a good show. It's gonna be kind of right. They're having 2 nights. The 26th. I keep saying it. Hold on. And the 27th. Now the 26th is a Friday, so I'll be out in Gary. And that's the day after Thanksgiving. But the 27th, we got a date. So, of course, I have to put my spray hair on that night. Yeah. Go to Earl Shibe and get my stuff done. Catherine, I thought you were coming to Chicago this weekend. I hope you didn't leave without saying goodbye, if you know what I mean. Let me wink with the other eye. Yeah, if you know what I mean. She probably did. You probably just went back home, didn't you? You're like, I ain't studying you, Al. No, you ain't. No, Al. Okay. But thank you, Catherine, for your support. I know you did. You was here the whole weekend, and you never even called me once. But that's okay, because I know you'll be back. And I know you had all intentions of calling me. And you wait until today to get on Messenger and Facebook and whatever Facebook is called now. So that's it. Yep, they will be there in spirit. Absolutely. Absolutely. Oh, you're just there for one day. Okay. But I know you did. I know you wanted to call me. And, for whatever reasoning that you decided not to, I understand. And that's cool. Had to rush back for freshman orientation. I know. I can't say anything bad about it, and I understand. You had to make it do what it do. But thank you, Catherine, for being on our Facebook page. I appreciate it. So this weekend I'll be at the Ashland, which is at 5140 South Ashland. This week it's Connecticut, Yale. Yay! Yay! That's all right. I'm sure you got some smart boys. You said one of them is like me. I'm like, oh, are you sure he's not mine? Okay, all right, never mind. But that's all right. Um, to whichever one is going to Yale, that's a wonderful thing. I could have gone to Yale. I could have gone somewhere. I could have been a contender. But it's all right. Thank you. Did I say what on the air? No. No, I didn't, Catherine. I didn't say that on the air. See? I used to get that all the time. You gonna bust me out on the air? You're not gonna bust me out on the air, are you? You're not gonna No, I'm not gonna bust you out on the air. No, I'm not gonna do that. No, the mic is off. And I would never think to bust somebody out on the air. That's just something that that others do. Yeah, I saw this girl in the club the other night, and she didn't want to speak to me. I said, that's fine. Oh, your eyeballs are bigger right now. Okay. Don't bust me out on the air. Don't bust me out on the air. How can I ever repay you? You have. When I got kicked out the first time and the second time and the third time, you 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 know, it is my pleasure. That's, you know, as far as I'm concerned, you're paid in full. So, and I've said this before and I say it again. I don't have very many friends, and I consider you all friends because not only do I talk to you all on Facebook, but I talk to you all off of Facebook, and that's it. So thank you. I know it's gonna sound corny, but thank you for being a friend. Written by Mr. Kelly. That is Luther, and When You Call on Me. It's your Dr. Al Greer, and this is Bedtime Stories. Thank you so much. Catherine Laverne Flowers, also Lady G. Chris Bass, thanks for checking in. Uh, I asked Chris to watch my board last night when I was on WVON. He wasn't even there. I'm like, just watch over it, okay, while I go to the bathroom. The bathroom is so far away, it seems like, but that's okay. Yeah, everything was good. Because I know now how to get in there with a key. I'm like, how'd you get a key to the washroom? Don't worry about it. Bedtime Stories, of course, is sponsored by Well, take it off your Facebook page then. Ain't that your name? Ain't that your name, girl? Which is so funny because in real life they are married. Gwen Stefani and Blake Sheldon are married, from The Voice. So she probably did ride the horse. It's your Dr. Al Greer. This is WOSD Radio DB Chicago, WDLB Indianapolis, and Ray Neal Media, the best music of your life.com. Thank you so much for joining us for Bedtime Stories, the show designed with the lovers in mind, where we put you to bed but never to sleep with the greatest love songs of all time. Right here, only on the internet. And of course, all this music is programmed by me. That's right. Good evening to Dr. Ron, also to Maverick Atkins, who is also a Scorpio. Unlike myself, I'm a Capricorn. And we all know Capricorns end the year and they begin the year. Don't get it twisted. It's Herb Alpert, a little help from Janet Jackson and Lisa Keith. This is Making Love in the Rain on Bedtime Stories, where we put you to bed but never to sleep. My window. I need to book you. Book you call when you get time. Okay. You got it, dude. You got it, dude. Mm-mm. What's going on, Russ? Shake and bake. What's going on, brother? Good to see you as always. Always, always. Brother Russell Baker, aka Little Luther. He can sing his butt off. I ain't just saying that because you're online. You can sing, brother. You can't sing, you can sing. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, when we used to do what was the open mic night over at the Raven, I miss those nights, man. I miss those. I really do, because that was the first time I actually played bass on stage, and I froze up. We were playing what was the song? "Reach for It" by George Duke, and I was supposed to do the solo, and I froze up. I got there, and I was like, okay, I practiced the solo. I'm like, I'm gonna kill it. I'm gonna kill it. And I got up there, and they were like, well, come on, man. Come on with it. Well, come on. I froze up. I froze up. I was like, I was, I was like Eminem in the 8 Mile movie. I just froze up. I was like, uh, uh, come on, man, come on, uh. I couldn't get it. I couldn't get off the ground. But hey, Sheila Forrest. Yeah, we got to do something like that real soon. Whenever you are in town, But I appreciate you, man. Thank you for being on our live. And any donation you can send a brother. I know you making bank now, making big bank Hank. That's you, Russell Shake and Bake. So love you, bro. Thank you so much for being a part of my broadcast here. I really mean that. Thank you. And yeah, we need to do something like that. It was fun times. It sure was. Of course, I still talk to Irving every now and then. We hit each other up on Instagram and Facebook and Instabook and Facegram and and all of those. Yeah. So, yep, that is a cool brother. You know. Yeah. And I remember last time I was with him, and his sons ran up to me and, "What's up, Unc? What's up, Unc?" I'm like, "Oh, wow. I know. You're living here now? You what, in Chicago, or are you living there?" Because I know you moved a few years ago. So, oh, you're back here. Okay, cool. Well, hey, let's get together. Let's do something. I got my ex. Cool. Welcome back home. That's what's up. Welcome back home. That's what's up. Yeah, I know you were. I know you had moved to Charlotte. Yeah, but yeah, welcome back home, brother. Yeah, let's you, me, and Irving, all get together and put the band back together. Well, he got his son, so minus a bass player, so I guess that would be me or someone else. So donations can be made to $LP Greer via the Cash App. That's it. Yeah. Yeah. We take donations. You can write me off at the end of the year in April, as a homeless man or something. I don't know. Write me off. But I appreciate you guys. Thank you for for always being there, for being supportive of me. Lady G, Sheila Forrest. Sheila's always the first, sometimes the second. Janine is always the first or the second. Catherine, with no middle name, is always always there. And I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. Russell, I appreciate it. Angie Martin Turner, what's going on, sis? What it be like? Thank you so much once again for joining us. And like I said, I was feeling mighty low the other night, but you all kept me uplifted, and for that I appreciate you all. I'm gonna keep saying that throughout the show. I appreciate you guys. I really do. My sister hooked me up. Thank you so much, Lady G. Nanette Frank, thank you. Now Russell, Shake and Bake, Baker, thank you, brother, for just being there. Welcome back home. You, me, and Irving, we got to get together and do something, put the band back together. Of course, he got his own band, the Collier family band. So that should be cool. But thank you. Angie is working. Catherine said, stop feeling down. I keep telling you, God takes care of his folks. Yes, he does. Yes, he does. And I believe that. I didn't believe that this morning. I didn't believe that this afternoon. But after the barrage of phone calls that I've gotten this afternoon, or this evening, I should say, God's got me. Like they always say, closed mouth don't get fed. So the mouth is open. Stevie Wonder, all in love is fair. It's your peanut butter brother, Dr. Al Greer. Hello to Russell Baker, as I call him, Shake and Bake. He's back in Chicago from Charlotte, North Carolina. Welcome back home. You, me, and Irving Collier, we're going to have to get together and have lunch or breakfast or brunch or dinner or whatever. We're going to have to break bread together. But thank you so much for being on my Facebook Live. I appreciate you, brother. He's been hanging with me ever since I was out in Park Forest. And I thank you, brother. I really appreciate that. Catherine has been hanging with me ever since she found out that I was on Facebook. And everybody else, Sheila Forrest. I say these names all the time. Naisha, was good to see you today. It was such a surprise. Naisha Chamberlain. Well, you'll always be Naisha Paramore to me. I don't care who you get married to. You're still Naisha Paramore from Parkway Gardens. And it was as usually I go to another Dunkin' Donuts, which is on the way to the gym, which is on on Torrance. But I said their ATM has been down. Not ATM, but the card thingy. They couldn't take any credit cards, cash only. So I dipped over into to Dalton and got my coffee this morning, my iced coffee from Dunkin' Donuts. And who was at the door? Naisha Paramore Chamberlain. She said, Mr. Greer. I said, Mrs. Chamberlain. It was good to see her, and I couldn't wait to get to work today. After I left the gym, I got my 5th job, and I work at Big Time Menswear. Let me say that again. Big Time Menswear in River Oaks. Shout out to Robin Haywood, my sister from another mister, and to Della Williamson. Shout out to them. And of course, Della wasn't at work today, but Robin and I talked, and I told her, I said, I ran into somebody that I knew back in the day, and it was just, I was like a deer in headlights. It's like, oh my God. And I don't mind telling you, Naisha, baby, you look good. Mr. Chamberlain, he better keep you, girl, I swear. Town Greer, Stanley Clark and George Duke and Sweet Baby on Bedtime Stories. When we used to share in my mind. Woo! Yes, he is. Mm-mm. Yes, he is. He is in the healing business. And if you didn't know, you better ask somebody. Robin Lewis and Munoz. Thank you so much. Who else? Mykyra Rogers. That's my daughter. Delicious Corna. Who is that? Who is that? I have to look her up. Who that is? Delicious Corner. Oh, that's Sister Sand. Hello. That's Farley's wife. Duh. Anyway, Delise. Hello, Delise. Remember that song, Sweet Baby? I bought it on a 45 at Metro Music with the gold, orange, and yellow paneling, or yellow, orange, and well, anyway, brown paneling. That's what it was. Yeah, that was their trademark. That paneling in every store. So they must have bought all the paneling up from. Remember, what was that place? Not Community. Oh, it'll come to me later. But yeah, Metro Music, man, I used to hang out there. If they didn't have it at Metro, they had it at Coops. If they didn't have it at Coops, they had it at Metro. So I crossed Stony Island just to get one album. If they didn't have it, then the other one had it. So Metro Music on 87th Street, 87th and Harper, with the brown, orange, and yellow paneling. Mm-mm. Yep, that is a great song. I saw them perform the song on, what was that show? Solid Gold. Yep. Solid Gold. Zaire Venture Coconuts. It was a lumber place. And the name escapes me now. I know Community was up on 87th Street. Yeah. Believe me, I used to spend time in Coops too. You know, in fact, I was there so much I put Pierre Cooper through school. Yep, I put Pierre Cooper through school. All them records I bought. Danley Lumber. Yep. Yep. Danley Lumber. I remember they were a proud sponsor of all of the Cubs games. Danley Lumber. Yep, sure was. Hobby Lobby. No, I want to think maybe it was called Community. I'm trying to remember. Anyway, but yeah, it was a lumber place and it was on 95th and Stony. It was right next door to Funtown, as a matter of fact. Yeah. Every time I pass 95th and Stony, it's like, nah, this is Funtown Plaza right here. Do I remember Joe's Records on 79th and Lawrence? Absolutely. Magic Kiss. Yeah, you're going way back. Magic Kiss. Yeah, we'd always pass that and that sign And the sign stayed up there for the longest. Even after Magic Kiss went under, the sign was still there. That and Jay's potato chips, two staples here in Chicago. Yep, Jay's potato chips. You can't just eat one. Or is that Lay's? One of those. Yep. Yeah, buddy. Polk Brothers. Polk Brothers was on Cottage. People used to practice driving in Polk Brothers parking lot as opposed to other things that they did in Polk Brothers parking lot. Yeah. R.L. Duke's Cadillac. Yep. Yep. Harvey Chrysler Plymouth. Ruby Chevrolet. Ruby Chevrolet and Volkswagen on Stony Island. Wow. Those were the Cam and Nates. Woo! Yeah. Yeah. One of them, the daughter of either Cam or Nate, they have a store over on 83rd and Ashland. And I think the daughter's running the store now. But wow. Good times, I tell you. Good times. Cam and Nate's. I just had to play that song. I got in trouble one night for playing that. Yep. Tina Marie, Irons in the Fire. I got in trouble playing that song, and I'll tell you why. There was a young lady that I went to both high school and grammar school with, and her name was Debbie McClinton. And at the time, I was married to my first wife. I think Felicia Lucas Miles remembers this because I was on 63rd and Ada at the time. That's when I was doing the show on Ustream.tv. Well, there was a young lady who hit me up, and she was, her and I went to school together. So she knew me by my nickname, my childhood nickname, which I'm not going to mention. But she kept saying, she kept calling me by my childhood nickname, which infuriated my then wife, Andrea. She was pissed. Talk about infuriation. She was pissed. She was like, don't play nothing for that heifer. But I played it anyway. It's Bedtime Stories with your peanut butter brother, Dr. Al Greer. Hello to Felicia Lucas Miles, my sister from another mister. And we've been talking about different places that have been closed. Cam and Nate's, R.L. Duke's Cadillac, Ruby Chevrolet, and of course, every soul food restaurant on the South Side. Gladys's Izola's, and what was the other one? They stayed open all night. Queen of the Sea, which is now a Checkers. Yuck. But that's okay. It's your Dr. Al Greer with the first of two in a row from the Tempting Temptations. The Chicago Soul Train, Chicken Unlimited. Yep. Chicken Unlimited. Good Lord. There was a Chicken Unlimited, I want to say on 87th and King Drive. It's still they sell it. I think it's like a Sharks now. Yeah. Queen of the Sea is now a daycare center. Yeah. No, that was Soul Queen. Soul Queen is a daycare center. Queen of the Sea is or Soul Queen, because it was a Queen of the Sea and there was a Soul Queen. One of them is the Checkers now. So yeah. 112th and Halstead. I know, right? Mm-mm. But yeah, all those places have met their demise. You know, like she said, Soul Queen is now a daycare center. Queen of the Sea, which was actually on Stony, 87th and Stony, as a matter of fact. Yeah, it's a Checkers. It's a shame because we used to leave the club at 2, 3 in the morning, and we would go straight to uh, Soul Queen, Queen of the Sea, and yeah, Queen of the Sea. We would go straight there and eat either there or Isola's. Isola's had the absolute best salmon croquettes, melted in your mouth. They weren't they weren't dry. They were, fried to perfection. I think they used uh, cracker crust to make them. They would, roll them in the dough and then um, put them in the cracker crust and put them in the fryer. Whew! I tell you, at 3, 4 in the morning, they soaked up all the alcohol that we had to drink. All of the alcohol, I tell you. And Jack in the Box, man, I think the people who own Jack in the Box, I think they own Checkers now. So, but yeah, buddy, ooh, those were the days, man. All those places are gone, all of them, every single one of them. John Caldwell was there. I can't recall the location, but I've never been to the West Coast. Okay. Jack in the Box was on 83rd and Cottage. It's a Pepe's now. Yeah. Yep. Yep. Back when the West was very young. Yeah. I know that's right, Dr. Ron. Yep. Those were the days, man. We would leave the club and go to the restaurant and see with Queen of the Sea, they would put out the buffet, right? And at like 5, 6 in the morning, they would put out the breakfast buffet. So needless to say, we would wait for them to change the food. Yeah. Catherine says, I know nothing about the South Side. West Side. Okay, MacArthur's. But by that time, you were gone when MacArthur's popped up. Because, yeah, MacArthur's, yeah, one of the last soul food places on the West Side, if not the only soul food restaurant on the West Side. Yep. She said, I knew it was one. I know my burger places. I know that's right. I know that's right, sweetheart. I hear you. Yep. Not good like it used to be. Yep. Nope. None of them are as good as they used to be. None of them. Absolutely zero. Zilch. Yeah. But those were the days, I tell you. Yep, we would leave the club and go to the restaurant and sober up. Yep. Old Cook's gone now. Now it's Microwave Mamas. Yep. Ron, Dr. Ron said, last chance to pick up ladies. Yeah. Yeah. The ones that weren't pissy drunk, as I say. They were pissy drunk. And wasn't no talking to them. But yeah, that was your last chance when you would be out at the club and then go ahead and, yeah, go to the restaurant and hook up with them then. But yeah, you're absolutely right. It was the last chance for romance that night. Yep. Those were the days, my friend. And we never had to worry about getting shot at, or anything. Last call for the booty call, y'all. Yep. Absolutely. Yep. You're absolutely right. Yep. Last call for the booty call. Mm-mm. But, once again, it was a different time back then. You know, we, we didn't have to worry about getting shot. You know, the worst we had to worry about was getting cut. Because, everybody had a switchblade back then. Even the ladies had switchblades. Yep, they was carrying switchblades in their purse. A lot of ladies were strapped too, but not like now. No, they may have strapped some, like I said, um, you know, switchblades, but now the ladies carry pistols too. Yeah. Switchblades and razors was a weapon of choice. They sure were. What's up, Ken Watlington? Ken Duck. Yep. Absolutely right. I was so scared Saturday trying to pack my dad up before dark. He said, hell, if you want to, they'll shoot you now. Gone, Dad. Mm-mm. Switchblades and razors. You are absolutely right. Switchblades and razors. But see, that's all we had to worry about was getting cut and bleeding to death, and not getting shot and bleeding to death. Big difference. Cuts heal. Gunshots, yeah, that's a whole nother story. Yep, if you bumped into somebody, it was just excuse me, and that was it. Not bump into somebody and say, no, man, you're going to die. Mm-mm. You know that. It is. To you. Mm-mm-mm. America's favorite group, The Temptations, from the album Phoenix Rising. That is, This Is My Promise to You. It's your Dr. Al Greer. This is Bedtime Stories. The show designed with the lovers in mind, where we put you to bed but never to sleep with the greatest love songs of all time. Coming up in about 27 minutes, we do foreplay. Tonight on Minnie Riperton. Of course, she would have been 74, I believe, on the 8th of November. So we're going to celebrate her birthday, her heavenly birthday, right here on WOSD Radio, BiggsRadio.com, and the best music of your life. I appreciate you guys for stopping by. Ken Wadlington, John Caldwell, and of course, Sheila Forrest. We were talking about things that don't exist anymore. Some of those things are not places or things. Some of them are like manners. Some of those things are respect, and they don't. Yeah, it doesn't matter anymore. It doesn't, and it's a shame. But we move on, right? Somebody was saying, back in the day, if you step on somebody's foot, you say excuse me, and then you get to live the next day. But not with these $100 Jordans going on, boy. You step on somebody's Jordans, you are in for a fight, or even worse. Okay. Anyway, it's your peanut butter brother, Dr. Al Greer. This is Bedtime Stories with Troop. Minnie. All the time. What is your new view on the Temps song with Smokey? I think it's long overdue. I heard it. I saw the promo, and it's interesting because Smokey wrote their million selling record, almost their theme song, My Girl. He wrote that. So for him to come back and write them a new song, it's like history repeating itself again. Just when you thought it couldn't get any better, Smokey came back and knocked it out of the park again. Yep, My Girl was their first million selling single, or 45 as we flip them. Like, wow. And that's cool. I love it. You know, Smokey's probably one of the best lyricists of all time. Chicken Unlimited. Oh, Lord. You going way back. Oh, good God. Yep. Jackson's did it first. Yep. Boom, boom, boom. And this is the original. Ten days. You're welcome, Sheila. Please be mine. Day and night, night and day. Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. Moving Violation. Yep. Which was one of the last albums that featured Jermaine. Because after that, you know, Jermaine stayed at Motown and they went on to Epic Records. Of course, the Philadelphia International imprint. Even though they performed it on Soul Train, it was a B-side. Yep, the Jackson 5, the original version of All I Do Is Think of You. Before that, Troop and their version right here on Bedtime Stories with your peanut butter brother, Dr. Al Greer. Sheila Forrest said, I didn't know the Jackson 5 did it first. Oh, yeah. Right before they left to go to Motown, I think it was their last album, Moving Violation. They did a couple of other albums that they released, but on those albums, they were just like throwaway cuts that they didn't use on previous albums. But I remember them performing it on Soul Train. And I think either Marlon or Jackie sang Jermaine's part. And then they were no more. And then they went to Epic Records, the imprint, of course, of Philadelphia International. This was produced by Kenny Gamble and Leon Huff, complete with MFSB in the background. The Jacksons and Good Times on Bedtime Stories. Chuck White's Buick and Johnny Brown's Goodyear stores on Cottage Grove. Yep. Yep. I remember working with a young lady who dated Johnny Brown of Johnny Brown Tires. Yep. Yep. I remember that. She dated Johnny Brown. Yep. I'm not going to say who it is, just in case she might be listening or have somebody else listening. But, yep, those were the days. She dated Johnny Brown of Johnny Brown Tires. So I know her car stayed intact. I know it did. Jermaine had one or two albums. And I think his loyalty was so much not to just Berry Gordy, but his wife, who was Berry Gordy's daughter, Hazel. And I was like, okay. And Jermaine did well. Yep, he did well. Johnny Brown was a former NFL football player. Okay. I had the 45 of the Epic and Philly International logos on the label. The Jacksons, Enjoy Yourself. Yep, that was the first one. Yep, that was the first one. Yep. Good time, good time. Good times, good times, good times, good times. Yep. Good old Joe inked that deal with Columbia Records. He sure did. Probably one of the best deals he made since Motown, because he knew Motown was pretty much done with the Jacksons. They had gone as far as they could. You know, Michael wasn't cute anymore. It was no longer a novelty. You know, Michael had grown up, you know, in the public eye. So nobody really wanted to, he wasn't cute anymore. Excuse me. All of a sudden he was, he and the other brothers, they were grown men now. So it wasn't a novelty. It was like, oh, they so cute. Oh, they sound so good. Then it was like they were grown ass men and it wasn't so cute anymore. So, yeah. So they inked the deal with CBS Records, signed to the Epic label, and that was it. They never looked back. Yep. Black owned Anderson Shrimp and Seafood was on 26 in Ashland. Yep. Yeah, and you went way back. I forgot about that one. Anderson Shrimp. What about the one that was on, I want to say 83rd and Vincennes? I think they moved to, I want to say 75th and Vincennes. The shrimp place. What was it? You tell me about it. Was Michael's last record for Motown Just a Little Bit of You? Yes. Good night. I will look for your call. I will call you on my way to work. Normally I listen to music on the way to work, but I'll be calling Dr. Ron. So I will call you on the way to the big station. No, that would be GCI. I'm sorry. Haven't worked there in years, right? Yeah, but I will call you tomorrow on the way to VON 1450. Yep. Dr. Ron. She's all prepped and ready for her operation. Yeah. Oh yeah, we're all gonna be on tomorrow night, right? On Facebook. You, Lee, Professor Reggie Miles, Mike Love, and what's his name? Buck Wild. Buck Wild. Buck Wild always thinks he's on. He thinks he's on the Brady Bunch. He'll look up like, oh, there's Lee up there, and he'll look over and like. Sometimes I think he's on something, but anyway. Lisa Ray and the Brat's dad used to own hotels along Stony Island before his girlfriend shot and killed him. Yeah, pretty much so. Yeah. As a matter of fact, LT, who's usually on here, Leslie Taylor Moore, her and Lisa went to school together. As a matter of fact, when her dad got shot, they were in school together. So, yep. Lisa Ray, or Lisa McCoy, that's her real name. She adopted Ray as her father's name because he was Ray McCoy. So she put an E on the end of it and became Lisa Ray in tribute to him. Yeah. Lisa Ray and the Brat. Brat tat tat. I'll make your neck snap back. I know that's right, Mike. I got to find me a girl. Jackson's right here on Bedtime Stories with your peanut butter brother, Dr. Al Greer. Hello to Dr. Ron. Thank you for checking in, as always. We'll see you tomorrow night on Facebook, along with Lee Michaels, Mike Love. No, not that Mike Love, the other Mike Love. Buck Weil, and of course, Professor Reggie Miles. They have a little thing they call, what is the name of it? Street News? Yeah, Street News Network. WSNN, Street News Network. Go check them out every Thursday on Facebook. It's your Dr. Al Greer, just ahead of foreplay. We were saying earlier that Jermaine Jackson decided he was going to stay at Motown because of his wife, Hazel Gordy. He felt like he owed some sort of loyalty to Mr. Gordy, I guess, for helping birth Jermaine's wife. So one of the groups that they, of course, discovered was Switch and DeBarge. I think first it was Switch first, and then Switch brought in DeBarge, so that was a good thing. And Jermaine helped write some of their songs as well. Speaking of Jermaine, here's "Do What You Do When You Did What You Did to Me." It's your peanut butter brother, Dr. Al Greer, just ahead of foreplay on Bedtime Stories. He was shot and paralyzed first. He was a prominent businessman, Chicago, that did business in his wheelchair. Yes, he did. And as a matter of fact, remember the movie The Players Club? Think about it. One of the characters in The Players Club was named Chicago, and he was in a wheelchair, and he was the real owner of the Players Club, and Dollar Bill owed him some money. Dollar Bill, of course, played by the late Bernie Mac. So it kind of makes sense, doesn't it? Chicago was in a wheelchair, and one of his henchmen was Charlie Murphy. He was the one that blew up the Players Club. Remember that? Yeah. Anyone remember the supper club on 88th and Ashland that sold tropical foods? They would have live music sometimes. I know what you're talking about. It was a Jamaican-owned club, as I remember. The Hummingbird. Yes, the Hummingbird. Absolutely. On 88th and Ashland. Yeah, Hummingbird. Thank you, Ken. Yeah. I used to DJ at the Hummingbird before they closed it down, before it became a Walgreens. Yeah. Yep, the Hummingbird. Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. Right. Players Club, Chicago, in the wheelchair. Yep. His name wasn't Chicago for nothing. Okay. And like I said, Charlie Murphy was one of his boys. So before Charlie got his teeth fixed. Yeah. Yep. Do something to make me feel good. Charlie said, all right, boss. And he blew up the Players Club, which sat on, where was it? 100 and something. It was the actual place that they blew up and everything. So, yeah. Robin Lewis. Yep. So the character Chicago was none other than Ray McCoy. Now, they might dispute it, but why would the character be in a wheelchair and named Chicago? And Lisa Ray be in a movie? There were some scenes where she was wielding a gun and she was shooting at her baby daddy for sleeping with her cousin. Yep. They put Bernie Mac and they put AJ in the trunk. Do something to make me feel great. Charlie said, all right. Oh, no. Yep. All right. You blew up the club. And put Bernie Mac in the trunk. And there was a scene in there. One of the cops was Faison Love, and the other was James from Good Times. And AJ said, "You know, you look like one. You look like the father from Good Times." He took AJ's hand and knocked it into the hood of the car. It was so funny. Yep, the Sheba was around the corner. Yep. Yep. But Lisa Ray, as you all call her dad owned the Fantasy. He did, and there's one other person. It'll come to me. Billy Marshall. Yeah. Are you going to play Inside My Love? Yes, I am. Absolutely. The original rink skate was on 89th and Ashland. Sure was, across the street from the Gentle Persuasion. Yep. Big worm, big perm. Uh-oh, almost Subway time. White Shrimp House. Oh, man. You went way back, Ken. Castle of Sand. Castle of Sand. Jermaine Jackson, Castle of Sand. And do what you do when you did to me. On WOSD DB Chicago, WDLB Indianapolis, and Ray Neal Media, the best music of your life. It's your Dr. Al Greer, and this is Bedtime Stories, sponsored by Gentle Persuasion, for real? Also a proud sponsor of Bedtime Stories is Big Time Menswear, which is in River Oaks. Make sure you ask for Robin or Della. Also, what's my man's name? Oh, God. Vince. Yeah, or ask for Vince. Or myself. So I'll be popping in there every now and then. That's Big Time Menswear, located in River Oaks Shopping Mall, next to another place that sells men's clothing. Anyway, it's time for foreplay. This young lady hails from right here in Chicago. Well, right here, I'm meaning in the Chicagoland area. She was once a secretary for Chess Records. She sang with an experimental group called Rotary Connection. Their biggest hit was a Christmas song, which I just don't understand. So, and I still don't understand it to this day. Her biggest hit was a song that they almost did not release. Somebody played it one night or one day at a ball game, and people heard it and they started crying. It's probably one of the most simplistic songs ever written. I mean, simplistic, meaning in the song, there's just a piano and then there's a guitar. The piano, of course, played by Stevie Wonder. The guitar played by her husband, Mr. Richard Rudolph. Who are we talking about? She would have been 74 years old on the 11th of November. Before her, there was nobody who sounded like this. Tonight, we feature in foreplay Miss Minnie Julia Rippington Rudolph. This is Loving You on Bedtime Stories. Roseland, Oldsmobile, and Pontiac, Gately's department stores on South Michigan, which was one of my grandmother's favorite places to shop, Gately's. Yep, sure was. with loving you. Ah, sandwich time. There was also a Taurus on 79th right off of Jeffrey, between Jeffrey and Euclid. My dad loved it. It was Charlie's Blade and Spade. Yep. Charlie's Blade and Spade. Mm. Yep, there was nobody who sounded like Minnie. Nobody. Mm. Mm-mm. Yep. Minnie had no peer. Nobody could duplicate that sound. Oh yeah, plethora. Mm-hmm. Mm. Good old sandwich. 89th and Loomis. Yeah, I remember. Yep. Over over west of the Rhine. Mm-hmm. Ah, memory lane. 7 seconds. Doc's Fish, the Fish Wish. Yeah, and the Doc Berry Shake. Yes, Lord. Absolutely. Yeah, the Doc Berry Shake. And of course, they were the only ones that sold Whiting H&G. As I remember listening to Wali Muhammad, the communicator, Whiting H&G. I was like, go ahead, Wali. That was my brother from another mother. Back down memory lane. Yep, the Fish Wish. Who thought to put a piece of fish on a bun? It became a craze. Going hand in hand. Could do Doc Berry shakes. Those were good. And there's only one left. There's only one Doc's, and that's on 87th Street. One. Yep. You can't stand it or perch. Solomon Shrimp and Fish was Muslim owned. It was 76 and 76 and Racine in Strip Mall. Yep. Yeah, buddy. One Doc's left. One. Movies. It's a Doc. Really? Is Italian Fiesta still open? Yes. Yes. But Fifi, I didn't know that Doc's was in Country Club Hills. I'm gonna have to check that out. But yeah, Italian Fiesta is still on Halsted. Yeah. Muslims didn't eat shrimp. Oh wow. The Whiting H&G. Hmm. Yeah. Muslims didn't eat shrimp. Wow. I thought they just didn't eat pork. Yeah. It said the pig is the filthiest animal in in the whole wide world. Like, man. Yep. Pigs don't have any sweat glands. Okay. 35th in Michigan? How come I missed these? I must have missed that one. 35th in Michigan. I'm trying to picture it now. "35th in Michigan." I'm going to have to check that one out. Since I got to pass there to get to work, to the other job. They say shrimp is an underwater roach. Oh, dang. Dang. But they're so good. In the words of Richard Peggy, but they're so good. Oh, wow. Cornbread, too? Dang. By the way, don't forget to share the live video on your page. Just hit share. Talking about Muslim diets, Angie. Muslim diets. Wrapping up Foreplay, featuring Minnie Riperton. That is Inside My Love, which features members of The Crusaders in the background. Stix Hooper, Joe Sample, and what is his name? Good Lord. Wilden Felder. Yeah, they're all on that song. That, of course, for Queen Janine, wrapping up foreplay on Minnie Riperton. Nobody sounded like Minnie. I mean, there are a lot of people that came after her. But before her, there was nobody, absolutely nobody who sounded like Minnie Riperton. Nobody. You know, Mariah Carey came close. Denise Williams, she was good at it because her and Minnie were label mates at Chess back in the day. But there was absolutely nobody that sounded like Minnie Riperton. Nobody. Like I said, she would have been 74 years old, I believe. Yeah. And probably still singing and teaching people how to hit those high notes. To Dr. Al Greer, hello to my sister from another Mr. Angie Martin Turner, and Felicia Lucas Miles. Thanks for checking me out here on Bedtime Stories, the show designed with the lovers in mind, where we put you to bed but never to sleep with the greatest love songs of all time. Earlier, I was in Subway this afternoon. And, you know, I have this cap that has the Prince symbol on it. I also have a mask that has him sitting on the motorcycle from Purple Rain. And I walked in there and this girl was like, "Oh my God." I'm like, "What? What, do you know me or something?" She said, "I am such a big Prince fan." I never got her name, but of course I gave her my card because I'm like, okay, you know, maybe I can get a date out of this. Some more meat on my sandwich, which I did. Still waiting on the date, though. Here's the first of two in a row from Prince Rogers Nelson on Bedtime Stories. Ain't the one. But a queen. I ain't the one. No sweet potatoes either? Dang. No sweet potato, just bean pie. Dang. Not sweet potato, but bean. Mm-mm. I'm sure Thanksgiving was interesting in you all's house. Well, that's right. They don't celebrate holidays as well. No Christmas, no birthdays, no nothing. Mm-mm. If that's the case, how do they make those famous bean pies? That's a good question, Lady G. Were they actually made out of beans with some sugar in it? Ooh. Mm-mm. No, no. Wait a minute. No, no sweet potatoes, no pork, no nothing. No shrimp. Just whiting H and G. Mm-mm. Would you see them at your house on Christmas looking for a gift? That's funny, Janine. That is funny. Mm-mm. Them and the witnesses. The pie was made by pureed navy beans using the same spices used in sweet potato pie. Okay. I have a couple of cousins like that. Okay. Interesting. Okay. That's what's up. Very interesting. Not really. We didn't visit relatives during Christmas. We observed Ramadan during December. Ramadan. That is interesting. No Christmas, no birthdays, no nothing. No celebrating anything. Just the Million Man March. That was it. And Ramadan. Your phone is acting goofy. I don't know why I did that. That was something that they called me when I was a kid, and I just yeah. My phone is acting goofy. Not funny. Don't ever call me goofy. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Ramadan during December. Once again, don't forget to share the page, ladies and gentlemen. Probably needs a charger. Yes, absolutely. I thought you were gone, Catherine Flowers. Fasting and prayer, and we ate nothing but fish. Ooh, oh my. I mean, as much as I like fish, I don't think I could eat it every day. Oh, what's for breakfast? Fish again? Mm-mm. Oh, you had to prepare lunches. Okay.
This is LT, and you're listening to my best friend, Al Greer, on Bedtime Stories.
Always the mother. That's so wonderful. Yes. Fish and grits. Oh, yeah. Ooh, yeah. That's country, boy. Fish and grits. Yep, I could go for some fish and grits right now. I just had the fish. Now I need the grits. That's where the salmon patties came in. Oh, okay. Yes. Yummy. All right, let's not talk about food because I get hungry. What about in Calumet City? There was one there. Yeah, it probably was. Yeah, probably was. Shrimp and grits. is very popular nowadays. Yes, it is. I don't know who came up with that idea, but I'm glad they did because I love grits and I love shrimp. Shrimp and grits. Yummy. Yep, I love shrimp. I love grits. I love gold and I like showers. I like gold and I like showers. So I like that. Yes. I fry my fish outside. Okay, Catherine. My mom made the best salmon patties, so we made it through all 30 days of December. Through the Ramadan. Well, that's all right. Yep, because you do make the best salmon patties I've ever had, next to my mom's. I cook at least once a month in my home. At least once a month, okay. Well, that's a good thing. At least once a month. Oh, cook it. I'm sorry. I thought you meant you just cook once a month. I'm like, what do y'all eat the rest of the time? Or you cook salmon patties. Okay. I got it. I'm allergic to shrimp. So it would have to be catfish. Yeah, please don't. Oh, Daryl Owens. Oh, Lord. Ooh, please don't mention catfish because he'll pop up. But yeah, you make the best salmon patties. Yes, yes, you do. Yes, you do, honey. Yes, you do. Yep, you are. Yes, the salmon patty queen. Salmon patty. Shrimp and grits once a month. Oh yeah. Oh ooh, yes. Love the shrimp and grits. I love shrimp and I love grits. I love gold and I love showers. I got that from the Boondocks, by the way. I love gold and I love showers. Granddad, she a hoe. She's a hoe, granddad. We have a grandmother that's half hoe. I miss the Boondocks. That was so good. It was so good. And Regina King voiced both Riley and Huey. I cook at least 5 times a week. That's breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Ooh. Really? Mm. Mm-mm. Mr. Jefferson better watch out. Oh. Ooh, 5 times a week. Good Lord. That's what I'm talking about. Mm-mm. I ain't mad at you, Queen. I love you too, son. Say hi to my son, Sincere. However, Elijah died, and he said y'all could eat what you wanted to eat, as long as it wasn't pork. Okay. Doctor, you're a little wild. Yes, I am. I appreciate you too, son. Thank you. Thank you very much. Yep. Speak to my son. Speak to my son. Speak to my son. Sincere Greer, Adams Greer. Yeah. Doctor, you're a little wild. Yes, I can be a little wild. Yes, I can be. Yep, that's how I got so many kids. You know, I was just wild. I got a kid for every radio station I ever worked at. That's true. That is absolutely true. I got a kid for every radio station, starting with Larice back in 82, 83 at WLTH. Yep. And went on from there. I got GCI kids. I got JPC kids. I got, yeah. Yep. I got a GCI kid that's 16 years old. Yep. Hey, what can I say? What can I say? You are with me. The song that he wrote for Patti LaBelle, Truly Adore You, from Prince, right here on Bedtime Stories. The show designed with the lovers in mind, where we put you to bed but never to sleep with the greatest love songs of all time. Right here on the internet. I was just saying that I had a child for every radio station I've ever worked for. Yeah. Catherine said, you was slinging. Ken Watlington said, bruh, you was laying the pipe, dog. Yes, I was laying the pipe, dog. Yeah. every station I worked at, I got a GCI kid, I got a WLTH kid, I got a JPC kid, I got a couple of KKC kids. Yeah. Do you keep a condom in your wallet? No, they go bad. Janine Jefferson just asked me, did I keep a condom in my wallet? No, I don't. I'm sorry. Now, back in the day, I did. Now, what happened was sometimes you go for so long and then, the condom would dry up. Especially it was the lubricated kind, it would, by the time comes time to use it, you have to blow the dust off of it because, all the lubricant had dried up. So, you got to use the unlubricated ones, which are just so, oh, yeah. But anyway, I need a man bag full of them. Ooh. Well, I ain't slinging like I used to. I done got old. It ain't what it used to be. But trust me, I'm old, but I'm not cold. I still know how to bury the bone. So says Lattimore. It's your Dr. Al Greer. For Miss Delicious, it's Nancy Wilson on Bedtime Stories. Lady G can tell you. Yep, Lady G can tell you. I was nothing nice back in the day. When Eddie Murphy said I could come over the house and the fish would stop swimming. Yeah, buddy. Mm-mm. Oh, Lord. Here come Al. Hi, Grandma. Oh, no. I never thought you had a bunch of women. Lady G, would you like to answer that? There you go, Lady G. She said it all. Yep. Both of us were kind of wild, but you had me beat. Yep. I was kind of wild. Buck wild. Yep. Just call me Mr. Buck Wild. Nice to meet you. I'm Buck, last name Wild. to keep a catcher's mitt for all the vajayjay that came his way. Yeah, buddy. Yes, I was. Lady G said, I plead the fifth. I feel special then. It was never around me. Nope, it wasn't. Lady G, was Al Greer a heartbreaker? You didn't have no discrimination at all. No, sir. I never discriminated. No, I did not. Never did I discriminate. Nope. I was an equal opportunity doer. Yes, I was. Equal opportunity. If you wanted some, you got some. And that was it. I'm not proud of it, but yeah. I kept quite busy. Exactly. Equal opportunity smasher. Yep. EOS. That was me. Guilty as charged. Guilty. Yep. No condoms, huh? Who were those females? I need it. Most of them were on birth control. At least that's what they said. Angie said, my sister said, yes, you did. Yes, I did. I was, yeah. I was that guy. I was him. He was I. Yeah, buddy. Don't make me laugh, y'all. My stomach is hurting from working out. I'm getting that six pack. Where is the key word? Yeah. Were, yes, I was. Yes. Not anymore. Mm-mm. Yep. I'm getting tired of playing games. So many girls I can't even name. Ooh-wee. I was not having a baby until I got married. Mm-mm. Marcella Jones, what's going on, sis? Ooh, hold on. Don't go nowhere, Marcella. Atlantic Star. And always, forever always, to Dr. Al Greer, this is Bedtime Stories, the show designed with the lovers in mind, where we put you to bed, but never to sleep, with the greatest love songs of all time. Saying hello to my other sister from another mister, Marcella Jones. Hello, Marcella. Thank you so much. Marcella and I used to get into it all the time. I think she was one of the reasons why I got back into church. It was her and Kendra. Because I was out there. when I say I was out there, I was out there. I had them coming and going, and yeah, those were the days. But I think when I turned maybe 48, 49, 50, I said, it's time to settle down. It's time that I become a responsible adult. It's time that I live up to my responsibilities and stop doing what I did. And Marcella Hope, she helped me open my eyes. And I've been in church ever since, Marcella. I'm not giving you all the credit, but I'm giving you some of the credit. The other was the other person that gets the credit is Kendra. Because, you know, if it hadn't been for the fact that I was trying to chase her, I chased her into church, right? I found out where she went to church. She said, you should come one Sunday. It's like, oh, okay, I will. You ain't gonna come to church. So I did. I go to church, and exactly, God gets all the credit. I went to church, and Marcella, the door is closed. I was like, oh shoot. It's like, boom. The door is closed, and I was stuck. I've been stuck in church ever since, Marcella, and you'll be glad to know. You'll be happy to know. Not only am I a deacon, I'm responsible for putting us on Facebook every Sunday. I also run sound at my church, and I play drums for 2 churches. If that ain't enough church, I don't know what is. I start at 9 o'clock, and I end up at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, just playing at church. Not playing at it, but playing in it. Okay. It's a big difference. Some people just play at it. I play. To Dr. Al Greer, once again, hello to Marcella Jones, who is my former assistant program director over at WKKC. I miss you, sis. I really do. Here's Levert. He's about to tell my story. So many girls I can't even name. Baby, I'm ready. And I'm willing, and I'm able, and it's bedtime stories. Won't he do it? And he did it. Won't he do it? But he did it. He did it. He saved a wretch like me. I once was lost, but now I'm found. Was blind, but now I see. It was by the grace, because I was going down fast. Marcella can tell you, I was going down. Yep, we was kind of wild back in the day, Lady G. One day we're going to sit back and laugh at those days. I know, right? I was like, Marcella couldn't tell me nothing. Nothing. But I had to find out for myself. I had to find out for myself. But yep, we're going to sit back and one day we're gonna laugh at that. But it was like I was buck wild. Thank you, sis. I appreciate it. I was going down fast, but like I said, I was chasing a girl in the church. I chased her in the church, and the door is closed, and I end up joining the church. Joining the church, and then she stopped going. So I've been there ever since. Shout out to Pastor Tyrone Handy and his first lady, Mary Handy. I've been a faithful member since then. Why didn't I see this? Because I was on the west side always at work. That's probably why, yeah. But of course, we all met up at the Taste on Friday. That was my old stomping ground. That's where I used to meet all my women. Yeah. But I didn't smoke or do drugs. However, I did my share of fellas, but we did use protection. Yes, we did. Back in the day, we all used protection because, they came out with that AIDS thing and was like, oh, people were falling out. It was like COVID back then. People were falling out dead. Yeah. She probably thought you were a stalker. No. Mm-mm. But yeah, a lot changed. A lot changed in my life. And a lot needed to change in my life. A lot needed to change. Otherwise, I would have been gone. I would have been dead, 6 feet in my grave. But when you're doing your thing, devil don't bother you. When you're doing wrong, it's like, yeah, I love it. Yeah, keep on. Yeah, do that. Yeah, do some of that. Yeah. But it's when you try to do right, that's when it goes all wrong. Yep, that's when it goes all wrong. When you try to go right and he wants you to go left, and say, what's the matter? You not having fun no more? No, devil, I'm tired, man. I got all these kids and I got this and I got that, Who remembers the Little Red Schoolhouse? I do. I was picky to who I allowed to pet the kitty. Okay. Catherine said I may have nightmares tonight. No, you won't. No, you won't. You won't have no nightmares. Trust me. I think most of us had our wild days or moments. Yes, we did. We all did. Everybody I know had a wild streak to them. Yeah. Mm-mm. Little Red Schoolhouse. Unfortunately, I never had to go to, or fortunately, I never had to go. I did. I went. I ain't gonna lie, I went. But how many people know that all that glitters is not gold? All that glitters is not always gold. I did. And that's what the doctor told me before she told me to bend over and take the shot. Yep. Anytime you are able to openly share your testimony, no matter how bad, it usually means your life has totally changed and you learned and grew from it. Good for you, bro. Thank you. Yes, I did. Yes, I learned. And yes, I'm thinking about writing a book about it. But Yeah, I should write a book. I really should. But, you know, like I said, and I like quoting that song. It's like, Amazing Grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. I once was lost, but now I'm found. Was blind, but now I see. List names, Catherine. It'd be like, no. List names. Oh, that's gonna do it for me. Oh, wow. Time sure flies when you're having fun, right? Thank you so much for staying up with me here on Bedtime Stories. To all my queens, to Catherine, to Janine, to Lady G, my sister Angie, my sister Felicia Lucas Miles, my sister Marcella Jones, Sheila Forrest, and of course Ken Wadlington, John Caldwell, Captain Daryl Owens, Chris Bass, Robin Lewis, and 24 others. Wait a minute. Who are the 24 others? Wait a minute. Della Dynamax, live from New York. Shawnee Davis, Mary Taylor, Pamela Mahogany Clemens, even though she didn't say anything tonight. Boss Man, a.k.a. Michi. John Caldwell, I mentioned him. Miss Johnson, Naisha Paramore Chamberlain, thank you so much. Russell Shake and Bake, my daughter Makaira, also Maverick Atkins, and Dr. Ron Ford. I appreciate you all. Thank you so much. And all I got to say is till next time, blue skies, green lights, and peace. Good night, Susie Q. And that is it. Thank you so much, y'all. I really appreciate you. And now I need to find a way to stop this computer. It then froze up. There we go. Bam, hit that. Bam, and then stop. Yes, gotcha. Ha ha. Thank you again, guys. I appreciate you. Thank you for staying up with me. I will talk with you all when I'll see you when I see you, and I appreciate it. Angie, good night. I'm about to hit it. Peace out. Cash App info, $ Al P. Greer. All right? All right. $ Al P. Greer, Cash App. Peace out.